there's actually very little that is known about the fawn response. It is the newest and the latest understanding in terms of the trauma responses. For many, many years, it was thought that there are only fight or flight. And then years later, the freeze response was added as well. And very, very recently, the fawn response was added. It was first documented by a psychologist called Paul Walker. He wrote a book on it.
Mm.
And essentially, it came from looking at animals and what they do in the wild under threat.
Yeah.
And obviously, it was noted that some animals fight, some animals flee, some animals freeze. But then the scientists got interested about the phenomena that takes place when the animal vomits or soils itself. Like, is that actually just fear, or is something else going on here? And what they figured out, as disgusting as it is, what they figured out was that that was actually an offering. The bodily fluids were being presented to the predator as an offering instead of the self. So
Wow.
here you go, have this of me instead of all of me.
Wow.
The fawn response was the sacrifice of a gift. And so the way that that plays out for those of us with a very exaggerated fawn response, and I'll put my hand up for this one, in a personality style, is that of the people pleaser. The person who lives for everybody else, who cannot feel safe unless everybody else is happy, who's always taking care of everyone else's needs and everybody else's wants and everybody else's demands long before their own. Very often this is packaged as being unselfish or being an empath and all these other lovely sounding things, where in fact it is people-pleasing, very often in its most toxic form, which is codependency. And codependency, I personally despise the term. It is so deceptive of a term in terms of what it actually is.
Yeah.
But codependency is the inability to depend on anyone else. Codependency is this idea that is internalized that I can only count on me. Everybody else is threatening. Everybody else is unstable. Everybody else is dishonest and unreliable. I can only count on myself. So myself becomes responsible for everybody else. Their state of being, their happiness, their stability becomes my job. I take that